Good morning on day 2. Yesterday was more or less a warm-up day from Wall's End here to Newcastle, and today we're making our way from Newcastle to Heddon-on-the-Wall, but we're really actually going to what is it, Wylam? Wylam. So we'll take a little detour at the end of the day, but a little overcast skies today. Otherwise, we're looking for a nice 10-mile hike today, and we're going to get out of Newcastle shortly and into the countryside.
Here we are leaving Newcastle with all those pretty bridges behind us, and there's some more coming up, walking along the River Tyne all day today. Our whole walk will be along this river. So hopefully it'll be a pretty day. We really won't get rained on, but we'll see.
So we're about 3 miles outside of Newcastle, and even though we're on a hard surface still, we've come into this sort of path area, which is the first time that we've been away from the water and onto a path of our own. Little food truck along the way. We're not ready for anything, but it's nice to know that these are here. Well, I guess we could have predicted this. It's drizzling, I guess officially raining, not hard though, so we're not complaining. And there's no wind, so our umbrellas are holding up. And I guess that's how everything stays nice and green over here. So the signage has been really good so far. Obviously we've only been out, part of 2 days, but so far so good. We are using Far Out app to also help us navigate. That gives us a few more tools to show us how far we are from certain places, make sure we're on the trail. But anyway, the ability to stay on course without an app, so far so good. It's a nice little pub maybe, or an inn of some kind. The boathouse, right on the water. Well, just past the boathouse is the Tyne Amateur Rowing Club, and out walks someone who is about to go for a row.
You get the stiffer you get.
Yeah, tell us about it.
So he's walking the wall.
Yes, we are.
All right. Very good.
So our new friend is out for a paddle in his scull, or he's sculling by himself. And
We don't see much of this where we're from. So.
yeah.
You know whereabouts he's from?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for
Well,
listening.
enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, we just stopped at a nice area telling us about the Battle of Newburn Ford in 1640, August of 1640. It's called Newburn Ford because it was a place where the Scots could ford the River Tyne to try to get to Newcastle. The Scots did win the battle, it sounds like. So it's a real interesting spot to see some history.
And there is a stop that we would normally be making if it were hotter, but today's not quite so hot, and we haven't walked far enough yet to enjoy, but nice to know it's here. Well, it's our first animal sighting of the trip. So we have stepped onto the first non-paved section of the trail, and up that hill is our destination for today. Rewarded with this scene of the valley below and the time, that's the direction we came from. Pretty view. So we're just outside of Heddon-on-the-Wall, and we are getting our first real glimpse of the wall. A couple of myths. Number one is that the wall is continuous all the way across, and although it might have been at one time, it's not anymore. And the second thing is the trail, the wall trail does not necessarily follow the wall or where the wall was the entire way. It diverges off and then rejoins. So we basically have ended our day at Heddon with this wonderful example of what we're going to be seeing more and more of as the trip goes along. And this is one of the sections where apparently the wall is wide. They had an intention of building this wall, I believe, at 10 foot wide, and at some point further on, either they didn't have the materials to continue doing that, or it was too time consuming or something, they started to narrow the width of the wall. So we're looking at the full width wall here running all the way down. Well, plans change. We walked into Heddon thinking that we might get a ride, or that we would get a ride back down to Wylam, and we did have that arranged, but we felt so good about things after a beer and a half and lunch, we decided to walk back down the hill again for 3 more miles back down to Wylam. What do you think about that, Jillian?
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
As you can tell, Jillian is very happy about this.
So excited.
It's the beers, actually. Anyway, we are walking back down the way we came, and it's not raining anymore, so it's a good way to end. We'll